Easy AI renderings for new builds using elevations. That is the challenge that I think all of us have, and today we're going to cover that with a fantastic AI tool called Rendair. I'm looking at it right now, and we're going to go inside and we're going to take a look at some of the great tools. Pricing on it, we'll cover that really quickly so you get an idea where you're at. $15 a month, unlimited creations, unlimited edits, unlimited upscales, video generations. We're going to see that. That's super cool. Wait till you see that. The Pro plan, $39 a month. Given the cost of a rendering, I don't know if any of you have done this before, but getting renders done from an elevation is super expensive. Like you can easily spend thousands of dollars to get just a few renderings done on elevations for new builds, which is really frustrating. And especially if you need to do interior or something like that, it can get really expensive. And then if you're doing pans, like if you want to do like some type of what it might look like, that sort of thing, gets really expensive. So $39 a month to me is a bargain and a half because it pays for like literally several years all at one time. So let's take a look. These are the different plans. Here you can skip the queue, which means you're faster. Video generation is faster. Everything's faster basically, and you get a little bit more of everything that goes on. So let's log in. There's a login page from here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm already signed up. I'm in here. So I have of different elevations, and so let's find one. We're going to go image to generation. So we're going to add or drop an image. So let's upload one. We got to go to a project. I don't want to do video. There we go. That's better. So interior, drop image in, upload the image. And we're going to upload Woodland 1 elevation. So it's going to load it up. The image we're going with is style, and you can see we're doing elevation to render, but we have different ones. Like I could just give it text and it would do something. Elevation to render takes what we currently have and creates something. Sketch to render, 3D base to render, which is nice, and then you can do an image and re-render it, so you can change the season or something like that, which is all cool. So image strength, we want it to be really strong. We want creativity not to be that strong on it because we want to keep this look, right? So I'm trying to get it to stay as much as possible. So we don't want it to be very creative on things. And then what we want to do, you can see I've put some stuff in here already because there's some color styles that the builder prefers. And so in this case, we're going to go espresso windows, light brown stone with dark exterior, dark black roof, dark brown Bridgeport style garage doors, oak wood front door. Like I'm being specific in the styles that are being used. And then I'm also telling where I'm located. So in this case, Eastern Ontario, Canada. I want a nice blue clear sky in the background with some maple and some oak trees, and then grass in the front and the driveway. So I've given it like a location, I've given it style, I've given it some context for the color scheme that I want it to use, that sort of thing. And then I've told it, make sure that it represents this really closely. And then I've also said, don't be overly creative because I don't want it to change this very much. And this is the challenge that I run into quite a bit with it. Okay, so let's tell it to create two. We don't want that as a reference. You can upload other images that are similar in color and like style. So it will look at those and go, oh, okay, I understand. You want it to look sort of like this particular home. So if your builder has other homes that they've made and they know that these are going to be really similar, you can upload pictures of those homes and it will go, oh, okay, I kind of get it. You're looking for this kind of style. You just have to make sure you put the reference relatively low, because if you put it too high, then it thinks it also wants you to do the architecture style like that as opposed to the design style. So we're going to create two images and then we're going to go generate. Okay, with the magic of video editing, we're left with this kind of style. So you can see, like, not exactly correct, right? Like, see how here I've got to cut off and I've got to cut off. So it's still trying to figure out what I want, and that will change by like image strength. So I think we'll lower the image strength on here because what it's looking at is it's saying, see this? So it like this white background that's here, it's trying to figure out what to do with that. See how that kind of fits? So it's the exact square house because I gave it very little room to play with. So we'll lower that a little bit. Yeah, so there's another one. See, it still tried to do the same thing, right? You can see what it did, like pretty much identical. But the house is actually looking pretty good, right? Like that house design is looking pretty solid. So we might give it just a little more creativity, and we'll drop this down, image strength, so that it has a little bit more to work with, and then we'll do it again. Okay, so here much better. So it was just a matter of us playing with these tools just a little bit to get where we want to go with the creativity. And so now you see I have this beautiful elevation. Colors are pretty close to what I'm looking for, and style is here. So to change the things that you might want to change, you can actually go and edit these photos. So you can go in here to edit, and right here, sorry, edit render, not up here, edit render, and select and modify. So what you can do is you can use the brush, and you can say, like, let's say this, and this are going to be edited. So we select the areas that we want to edit, and then what we do is we go done, and these are the edited changes. So you can see change, and we change. We're going to maintain the shapes, and what we want to do is rewrite in here to be dark slate stone, and we go generate. And so we can change the style of really specific things in here, which are important. Like, a lot of builders will want like certain things to be a specific way, and it's AI, so it's a little bit of a challenge to get it exactly. But the idea is you get very hyper realistic renderings from an elevation that can now be used to demonstrate. And all you have to do is spend some time making sure that your renderings match kind of the color schemes and the products, that the product styles that your builder would actually use for these. Now, they might have a team that can do this for you, or if you have an admin, maybe they can do it, or you can hire it out, that sort of idea. But the point is that instead of spending thousands, you can get these done. So far, we've spent, I've cut the video as we've gone, but this has been a process so far of about 8 minutes. So we're going to see this last rendering that comes through, and then I'm just going to move on to how you would do the video, because we've got a pretty good image here, and the video is really impressive. Okay, so instead of changing it to slate, it changed it to 3 little trees, which is really interesting. That was not what I was looking for. But the point is you just keep playing with it until you get exactly the style that you want, and you move from there. I love the fact that it put trees in instead of slate. So this is a challenge you have with AI. But the point is this still would have been weeks to get back, right? It would have taken a long time to get a render back from an elevation, and especially something that looked this good right off the bat, especially with lighting and all that sort of thing. So let's move on, because anybody can play with these little things to get better at it, and it's all about how you prompt it and how you use color strength and shape strength and creativity. That's the right idea. Okay, so I am going to download this image so that I have it for later use, and we're now going to go to video, because this is crazy. So we're not going to use that one. That's the elevation, so let's get rid of that. And let's add in this new image that we just created, which is this one here. Oh, that was not the one that I was thinking of. Sorry, my mistake. Add drop image, upload image, and I see we're in Woodland Acres, so let's go downloads, AI render, open, and there we go. Okay, so this is our house that we're working with. We want to kind of get it centered into something nice here. There we go. And I'm just going to put a really simple, prompt in here. We're not going to get fancy about this either. I'm going to pan back and away. So it's going to be like this type of shot, right? Where we pan back and away from the home and generate. I think you're going to be blown away with this, given how quickly it is done and how fast it happens. And you can do it with interiors. We're going to grab a couple images so that I can show how it can do a pan from one room to another on rendered images. This is what blows my mind the most, is these are interior rendered images that I'll show you with. So none of it's going to be real, and it's gonna create something fantastic. Okay, so we've got our video here. This looks just like the image that we started with, and boom, look at this shot. And I'm not going to say it's perfect because it's not. If you look at this, we've got a little bit of a stretch here occurring, but you could do 4 or 5 of these and like to get the one that you like. But I just think that that's absolutely amazing on a rendered video, completely done in, like, we've done this in minutes, folks. Like, this is stuff that takes a long time generally and costs like thousands of dollars to pull off, to be able to put. And you could take 6 or 7 of these shots, as I show you with the interiors, put together a rendered video of the home, like pre-built already. Like, don't tell me that is not a ton of value to give to a builder to show them what you can do for them. Okay, so let's do a new one, but we're going to take 2 pictures and we're going to put them together. So let's go in here, upload image, and I think for that I'm going to have to go back to where I was, which was way over here. And let's see what images we have. We need interior pictures here, so there we go. Okay, so here's some interior pictures. I'd like one that pans from the living room over. Okay, well, we'll just start with this because I think that's impressive. So here we're going to go slow turn from right to left. And I need to work on my prompts on this just to see what type of prompts will give me the best angles and the best look. But like when you see this is just a rendered picture from a drawing that we created this from, and then we moved from here. And you can add a second frame, so you can add like what you want it to look like when you get to it. So if you have another rendered angle, you can put them together so that it pans across from them. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, ready? So this is our picture. You can see it's very similar to this one from a starting point. And look at this. Like do not tell me that is absolutely amazing, right? For you to be able to put 5 or 6 of these types of pictures together along with the exterior shots and have a 30-second rendered video to be able to put together for a builder on homes that they're putting together in an area, for you to be able to put on your website, on your social channels, like that sort of thing. This is so amazing. If you have questions about this, put them in the comments down below or just message me. Many of you have my email address. Many of you have my contact info. So just send them off. I'm more than happy to answer them. But comments are good for everybody, because if one of you have a question, another one has a question too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that is the only way I know that you're enjoying this content. Unless if you want to tell me personally, and then I would know, of course. If you have questions about other things that you'd like me to show or demonstrate, let me know. I'm always looking for ideas to share and comment on. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.